My first experience with technology probably would be the old NES, the original NES, or the original Atari that my family had while I was growing up. I remember absolutely loving all of those old classic games like the original Duck Hunt or Zelda or things like that. Um, However, I also remember the frustration that went along with those games. My first version of the original Zelda game had some sort of error, and so it periodically, for absolutely no reason, would just erase itself. So, for years throughout my childhood, although I played the game constantly, I never actually beat it until years later I got an emulator and beat the crap out of it and finally finished it. Um, but I remember, all the nostalgia that goes with all those classic games and all the side aspects, like the fact that you had to blow into the game and then jiggle the cartridge just right while putting it into the machine to get it to play. And everybody's machine had a different set of tricks you had to do to get it to actually work. Some you had to, jiggle it to the left or pin it in the right place with the end of another controller or all sorts of stuff like that. Um, Also, playing with the original Atari, it was super basic, but I can't tell you how many hours I dumped into those tank games, even though they were essentially just a step above what one of our graphing calculators could do now. Um, those technologies were great and definitely a formative part of my childhood, no matter how frustrating they ended up being. I definitely love how far our gaming systems have come, but am also excited about learning how to make those types of retro games now, because it definitely plays on an aspect of nostalgia that I'd imagine many individuals from our generation have.